Okay guys, just a quick video on all my car detailing products. 50 million of them out there. There's a lot of content creators that go over new stuff all the time. And I was just watching a guy who I've watched for years, and he just did a video saying, you don't need all this stuff, obviously. You get comfortable with stuff. Most things are great nowadays or very good. So I'm like, yeah, last year I started just backing off new stuff or expensive stuff really, and just I have my set stuff here. So this is what I use primarily. I'm not going to do too many cars this year probably. It is hard on the body. I mean, it is. I have my daughters help me, but it's a lot of work. I love making cars shine, so I'll just do a handful of repeaters probably this year. Just a side thing from my regular job. But anyway, enough of that. Let me go over soap, any soap, really. I've tried all the snow foams. You can't get this anymore. I believe that was hard to get anyway. It's nice. I generally just use the Meguiar's gold soap, or I think that's what it's called, so I have that upstairs. But anything to foam the car, wash the car, you can do it many ways and stuff. So any soap basically works. Super clean, my number one degreaser or all-purpose cleaner. You dilute that from 1 to 4, 1 to 1, 4 to 1, what have you. So I'll have higher concentrations to do the tires. So I stopped using the tire sprays. They work great, but just do that with a brush. No rinse this stuff. That's just a quick dusting thing. You dilute that. I mean, that's probably like 1,000 gallons there if you dilute it, just to kind of wipe off cars. I use it when I clay bar cars too, of course, so that makes it nice. Distilled water and alcohol there, 50-50 for doing windows, or wiping off the cars after I do a compounding or a polish, and before I put on a sealant or spray away glass cleaner, or I just use the 50-50. And then I use a magic eraser, stuff like that, just to clean windows real good. 303, I just keep going back to 303. So I've used hyperdressing, I've used other things, and I'm like, that just gets great reviews, great protection. That's what I go to. I think it works great. Gold Class Rich Leather, I've used a few different leather cleaners and conditioners. I go back to this thing. It smells great. People love it. It works well. And I use that after I use the Super Clean. Diluted quite a bit if I need to. Citral, yeah, let's just get bug and tar off. It is pretty strong. It's kind of expensive for what it is, I think, but that's what I resort to if nothing else is really working. Then for trim, the Solution Finish, it's basically an oil. Soaks in, doesn't work or doesn't last super long. Lasts forever though, so I'll do that. There's hyper dressing there. Like I said, I'll use hyper dressing instead of the 303 sometimes. A nice cherry smell, so smells come into play for some people. So I do use the Cerakote Trim Restorer. It's a little expensive, but it is stronger, it lasts longer. Great stuff. I use multiple compounds, but I generally just come back to this Meguiar's compound. It's very mild. I don't do huge paint corrections, so this really just evens out paint nicely. I follow up with this, or sometimes I just use this if the paint really looks decent. And yeah, just to do it. And if there's heavy swirls, I'll go with this stuff, which works a little bit better than the compound there. But yeah, like I said, I don't do a ton of paint correction. So and come down, I use this kind of, I guess I use the polishing stuff too on like headlights. I do have a kit just to restore headlights. You sandpaper, of course, use that no rinse spray, and just do the sandpaper thing, and then I'll do this as a finish up, and then of course put a coating on, a spray wax of some sort or a seal. I've tried, spray waxes, all my stuff that I've used on the windows and all that. It comes back to Rain-X if I put it on. Not a huge fan of throwing this stuff on, mostly on the sides, the back, but I don't like messing with the front that much. Don't like a coating on there. And then when it comes to coatings, of course, done some other stuff, high-end stuff, but I just come back to the Seal and Shine. You got to do it a certain way. It is kind of streaky, so you just get used to it. It's all about technique and stuff. And I think this stuff is great. So twice a year, so once every 6 months. And then this stuff, they came out with the new spray wax or Minute Wax. I've never been so impressed with anything than I have with this stuff. Now, it doesn't last long. I mean, you can tell, but I'm telling you, just for a touch-up spray, if your vehicle's clean, this thing brings out the fleck, brings out the sparkle. I mean, obviously it has the ceramic in it, so I used to use ceramic sprays occasionally, and I'm thinking that's what does it. But overall, everything about this makes the car just shine. And it's $10 a bottle. So I go through it pretty good because I use that just to touch up my cars, which are always detailed and clean. I shouldn't say always, but sorry, I'll go on and on about this stuff. So yeah, it's Turtle Wax, but Turtle Wax has come a long way, with their specialty products, and it's just awesome. So these are what I use. So a tire dressing, whatever. Use water base, oil base. Of course, oil looks beautiful, and I'll do it, but it attracts dirt and grime and kind of a pain later on, but whatever. I mean, this other stuff doesn't make things dark for too long, like hyper dressing or other tire dressings. So I did start using this graphene stuff a little bit, Turtle Wax again. So this Tire Shine, this acrylic stuff. Again, any of it, the tires get dirty, you gotta clean them all the time, and if you want it black, you just gotta redo it. So I tried this when it came out, and I'm using this a full bottle, it seems. Get things on sale. So my little kits there, spray bottles. I do have a Meguiar's tire dressing there for a quick black shine if need be. But yeah, this is what I use. I mean, pretty simple, very affordable, not high-end stuff. And I've tried that junk, so I shouldn't say junk, to each their own, but it is fun to experiment. And one of the content creators was just saying, hey, I have a channel where I want to have all this stuff. You get used to what you use. Like this stuff is awesome. I mean, it smells good. It's just great. When I got onto that, I'm like, yeah, I put in my carpet cleaner, or I scrub with it, and yeah, you guys know that stuff. So anyway, so kind of a long video just to point out these products I use, but springtime's coming, and we're all going to be car detailing. Like I said, I'm backing off, but I'm excited to do my own cars and get them ready for the spring and summer months. And yeah, so hope you got something out of this. Obviously, there's going to be some critiques and like, oh, that stuff's crap, or oh yeah, use that, or you should use this. Yeah, cars look pretty. I mean, they look good coming out of stinking car washes, if you don't get close to them. But this is a step up. Okay, not professional, but I've been doing it for about 3 years or so. Quite a few cars. And I enjoy doing it. So I'm sure there's other products. I don't have my clay bars out that I use. I got a lot of my stuff up there, Magic Eraser, clay bars, all my brushes, specialty brushes. What else can I go over? Nothing, because this is getting boring. So hopefully you got something out of it. Any thoughts or opinions, nice or bad? I mean, that's freedom of speech, right? And thought and stuff. But this stuff this stuff works great for me. So over the last 3 years, this is what I've come down to. Like I said, soaps, whatever. If I feel like smelling something different, fine. And I do use there's a stronger soap that I use to kind of strip if I really need to. Went blank on it upstairs. So anyway, cheers to you guys. Have fun detailing, make people happy, make cars shine. Thanks.